Yo, Melly Man, what's up? From BX to you a lady fan. It's your man, Wizzo. This is for the gangsters. Shout out to the gangsters. Postman posted with them gangsters. My homies be on gang time. All my homies throwing gang signs. I keep it real, I cannot fake mine. This is for the gangsters. Shout out to the gangsters. Postman posted with them gangsters. My homies be on gang time.
Professor Miller Hood Postman. On Friday, I had the opportunity to go over to what is known as the front streets, 108th and San Pedro. And what I was doing, I was following the earlier history that came across my ears or eyes and all that, right? Because people have been talking about it, but I was like, wow, this has got to be a big part of history. So I jumped in my car and I go to locate it. Man, I rode up and down that street, walked up and down, talked to a couple of people. Finally, a brother said, yeah, it's right over there, right across the street. So I'm thinking like, wow, I'm right here, right? So there's another brother standing on a scooter. Now ain't nothing like that around here, bro. And he was from over there. He had no idea. So he rolled over there on a scooter and looked. Next, he started waving his hand and shouting, it's right here, it's right here. So, lo and behold, man, he wasn't even aware that this part of history was in it, because what it said down there, when I got over there, it said all the Crips, all the East Side Crips. And some of the names were there, like Mad Dog, Mad Bull, Marcellus, Mac Thomas, Black, Isaac, Rosette, Ronnie, MD, Moto, of course, Big Jack, Lil James. These are some of the names that was legible that I can make out. There was other names in there, because you got to remember that this is 1972 history. I finally got that part right. The names were written in the side with concrete in 1972, because you could see the old CC with the bar coming down and C's at the top and one at the bottom. You can see that. You saw West Side written the same, W at the top, a bar, S at the bottom. East Side written the same, E at the top, bar, S, you know what I mean? So it was, it was fascinating that I was able to see this. And right there, where it's centrally located at, it's like where David Clark, AKA the Mad Dog, and Moto, where they lived at, with their family. So, which made it even more interesting. So I had a conversation with Big Jack. Also, there was a Big Jack. I don't know which Big Jack name. I don't know, Billy Jack, another Jack, but I don't know which Big Jack was written in this sidewalk. But I had a conversation with the Big Jack that used to buff iron with Tookie and Craig Munson and all those guys. So his conversation went like this. When he first met Mad Dog was coming down the alley, and he had never seen nobody as huge and big, as cut up as this guy. And he was thinking, man, I want to be like this guy. So he stopped, man. Hey, man, how you get like that? You know what I mean? And I guess because they knew each other prior from, living around one another. And Mad Dog told him, I'll be back. Mad Dog went down the way, got a bench, got some weights, got a bar, and came back and brought him back to Jack's house. And from that point, they started buffing at Jack's. It was Mad Dog with Buff over there, Tookie, Raymond, Mac Thomas. All these guys would come over, come over to Big Jack's house and buff iron. This is part of historical history as well. So it was interesting that as I started tracing Mad Dog's history, I found out that Mad Dog was born in 1949. So that would put him 49, 59, 69, 79, 89. That would put him at 71, if not 72 right now. So I'm thinking like, wow, this is interesting. Because if he's 71, that would make Raymond was born in 53. That would make him 4 years younger, and probably all the other Crips that were in that first generation a little bit younger. So was Mad Dog the oldest Crip? I don't know. I'm just my, opinion on it. Everybody got their own opinion to this stuff, right? So what man, and I want to, I'm just going to talk briefly, but I'm going to drop this video and let y'all see the names etched into the concrete. And we'll talk about it on the other side, okay? So once again, Professor Melly Mel, the Hood Postman, you know the vibe. I couldn't leave out with talking about Nose. Nose also verified this stuff, and Nose talks to Johnny Ray and PP and others. He talked to all those guys from that side of town, and they have a different perspective on the way the leadership and all this stuff broke down. They have a different perspective, and I won't tell their story. I'll let them tell their story if they choose to do so. Also, that when you go over there, the brothers that I talked to, they even said that the history is not necessarily correct. So gotta go talk to them now, So, but anyway, we're gonna continue to do this, and we'll be talking soon. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. You know the vibe. And be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below so when the dope content hit, it'll feel like the first and the 15th. Lock the door. Professor Melly Mel, the Hood Postman. I'm here on 108th and Stanford, where the original Crips were established. I got their names right here. This is like 1970, 1971 history. As you can see, Mark, CC, that's Marcellus. You got James, Lil James. You got Jackie. You got Black. And right here you got Moto. You got Isaacs. And you got Mad Dog. Mad Dog. And there's countless numbers. And wait a minute, let me capture this. Mac Thomas. Mac Thomas name. And we're actually on 108th and Stanford. This is a historical part of the Crips, the beginnings. A lot of people try to credit Raymond Washington, but if we go back and just follow the history in the archives, it's written in stone, literally. It's written in stone. You even see the west side right there. So this is 70-71 history. And then you see East Side Crips, right? And then you got CC Compton Crips. This is Marcellus when he was just marked. So you got all this here, and all it says right there, all the Crips. See, all the Crips. And they go on, Mark, Jack. Maybe it could be Billy Jack, I don't know. And all their names are here. And I'm the Hood Postman, and I just had to come capture this. We're actually on 108th and Stanford. 108th and Stanford, and this is quite, again, we see Mark, again, we see his name again. So all these names are etched in concrete, and it's verification for who these guys were during that period of time. And I just wanted to come over here and capture that. We're actually on 108th and Stanford, and anybody can come verify this for themselves. Once again, the Hood Postman, you know the vibe, and maybe I'll stop by Nose and let him explain this. Thank you. Man, we gotta lock the door right here. We also got, let's see, we got Little MD, Black, and let me come back over here a little bit more so I can capture these other names. AB, and I didn't want to forget this. Mad Bull, and Rosette. I believe that's Rosette. Let's see again, Mark and James's name are in here multiple times. So yeah, the original East Side Crips and Compton Crips. I'm trying to get it all. So you got all the Crips, that's what it says. James, Mark, Jack, MD, Mad Dog, Moto, Mad Bull. Look like Ronnie right there. So there's a countless names. Some of it is faded out, but this is like real old history right here. And I just wanted to come over here and get it and share it with you guys. So this is 71, 72, 70, 71, 72. I'm not for sure because I don't see no date actually etched in the concrete. But by the way it looks, it's very, very old because this concrete has been here for years. And I just want to say this, that this history is very interesting. History is medicine for a sick mind, because within history is a variety of human experiences. And I will continue to document it, chart, talk to, find individuals that can actually explain the beginnings, the origins, in its true context, and give those who were in it, and maybe not even to the degree to where we think what we were doing in my generation was in the spirit of what they actually was doing in that time. But we got to take in context, these guys were different, and they have a different approach about this versus the one we seeing now today in our culture in the black community. So once again, Professor Melly Mill, I'm here on 108th and Stanford. Anybody wants to come check it out, it's in front of the Green Apartments. And shout out to GB for giving me the direction. GB is Mad Dog and Moto's nephew. Thanking him for being a part of it.
I just make it happen. Word on the